In this video, we're going to discuss how you can rearrange exponential equations. Let's look at an actual region question to discuss this. This is question number 14 from the June 2016 Algebra 1 region. The growth of a certain organism can be modeled by C of t is equal to 10 times 1.029 to the 24t, where C of t is the total number of cells after t hours. Which function is approximately equivalent to C of t? Let's rewrite our equation. C of t is equal to 10 times 1.029 to the 24t. Something that you're able to do when you have exponential equations, you're allowed to break up this exponent and put part of it inside and part of it outside. So for example, you're allowed to rewrite C of t as 10 times 1.029 to the 24, and you're allowed to leave the t outside. Now let's say we evaluated 1.029 to the 24. Let's do it on the calculator. That's 1.9859. Let's round that off to 1.986. And let's say we would rewrite the rest of our equation. We have C of t is equal to 10 times 1.986 to the t. And notice that after we did that, our equation now resembles choice 3, which is the correct answer to the question. If you didn't know how to do this, another way to answer this question would be to pick an arbitrary value for t and plug it into the equation from the question over here. Let's say you would plug in t is equal to 3. And then you would evaluate choice 1 at t is equal to 3, choice 2 at t is equal to 3, and choice 3 at t is equal to 3, and choice 4 at t is equal to 3. And whichever equation gives you the same value for C of t as the equation from the question, that would be the correct answer. Let's do one more example of this type of question. This is question number 14 from the January 2017 Algebra 1 region. A computer application generates a sequence of musical notes using the function f of n is equal to 6 times 16 to the n, where n is the number of the note in the sequence and f of n is the note frequency in hertz. Which function will generate the same note sequence as f of n? So let's rewrite the f of n from the question. F of n is equal to 6 times 16 to the n. We want to rearrange this to resemble either choice 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, notice that 16 is the same thing as 2 to the 4, because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. So we could rewrite f of n as 6 times 2 to the 4 to the n. And now you're allowed to bring numbers or variables inside or outside of the parentheses however you want. Let's say 6 times 2 to the 4n. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to bring this 4 out and put it next to the n. And now the equation resembles h of n, 6 times 2 to the 4n. Let's say you didn't know how to do that. You could plug in an arbitrary value for n. Let's say you could plug in n is equal to 3 and evaluate what is f of n and see what f of n is. F of n in this case, if you evaluate it, you'll get that f of 3 is 24,576. And then evaluate g of 3, h of 3, p of 3, and k of 3. And see which one is f of 3 equal to, and you'll find that f of 3 is equal to h of 3 and not g of 3, not p of 3 and not k of 3, and the correct answer is choice 2.